What if the story of Rapunzel, the maiden locked in a tower, her endless hair flowing down as a ladder to freedom, was not just a fairy tale of love and escape, but the echo of an ancient ritual that began more than 2,700 years ago? We know the version made popular by the brothers Grimm. A girl imprisoned by a witch, a prince climbing her hair, betrayal, suffering, and finally freedom. But behind the charm of this children's tale lies a truth far older and far darker. The image of a woman trapped in a tower, separated from the world, is not a German invention. It is a fragment of a myth that has haunted humanity since the Iron Age. Historians trace the root of Rapunzel's tale to ancient rituals of isolation practiced in regions of Persia and Mesopotamia nearly 2,700 years ago. In those times, maidens chosen for prophecy, purity, or sacrifice were kept apart from society, locked away in towers, caves, or sacred enclosures. Texts from the Near East describe priestesses whose hair was considered a sacred channel, a link between the human and the divine. To cut it was to sever the bond, to let it grow was to preserve a connection with other realms. Rapunzel's endless hair is not just a ladder. It is the last echo of an ancient belief that hair carried power, identity, and spirit. The tower in Rapunzel's tale is more than a prison. In myth, towers were symbols of control and separation. They kept knowledge hidden, power contained, and purity untouchable. For the ancient Persians, the tower was also a ritual space, a place where chosen maidens awaited visions or divine messages. Rapunzel's tower, therefore, is not merely a dramatic setting. It is the stage of an older practice, the isolation of women who were believed to hold power too dangerous to walk freely among men, power that could heal, curse, or reveal truths forbidden to ordinary people. In the Grimm version, a witch locks Rapunzel away, but in older readings, she is the priestess or guardian of the ritual, ensuring that the maiden does not escape before the prophecy is fulfilled. She is not simply evil. She is the representation of ancient keepers of hidden knowledge, women who controlled access to the sacred. The witch is feared because she embodies rules that no one dares break. She is the gatekeeper of the tower, but also the custodian of the prophecy. The most famous image in Rapunzel's tale is her hair cascading down the tower. But in ancient myths, hair was never a trivial detail. In cultures across the world, uncut hair symbolized strength, spiritual energy, and the soul itself. The Nazirites of Israel, such as Samson, swore vows never to cut their hair, for in it lived their divine power. When the prince climbs Rapunzel's hair, he is not simply reaching her. He is ascending a sacred path, defying the rules of isolation, touching what was forbidden. The braid becomes a mystical ladder, a bridge between confinement and freedom, between hidden power and the world outside. But escape always comes with a price. In ancient myths, those who tried to defy the guardians of purity often paid in suffering. In the Grimm tale, Rapunzel's discovery leads to punishment, blindness, and separation. These cruelties echo ancient warnings. Breaking the ritual, breaking the separation, comes at great cost. The suffering in Rapunzel's story is not a random invention. It is the echo of an ancient law that forbidden power is never released without blood, pain, or sacrifice. So what is Rapunzel's tale really about? It is about control, prophecy, and forbidden knowledge. It is about women whose bodies and spirits were locked away because they carried something society both feared and desired. It is about the cycle of isolation, temptation, and escape, a cycle that began 2,700 years ago and still resonates today. The fairy tale survives because it hides truths humanity could not erase: the fear of hidden power, the desire to break chains, and the dangerous price of freedom. The next time you hear the name Rapunzel, remember, it is not just a story about a maiden in a tower and her golden braid. It is the memory of a 2,700-year-old ritual, a prophecy of purity, power, and pain. And this is only another step into the shadows. Prepare yourself for the next untold legend, where another fairy tale will reveal its forgotten roots and the darkness of the past will rise once again.